So what I'd like to really say about early onset Alzheimer's, early onset dementia is that it's not the face of the elderly any longer. My husband was diagnosed about 2 years ago, just before his 54th birthday. He wasn't able to work for about a year before that, and when you look back in retrospect, it was probably at the age of about 49 when you first started seeing signs that were explainable, and then it took many years to diagnose him, from about 49 to 54, and that's just because the signs were subtle. He was very young, and it wasn't the first thing that came to people's minds. So what I'd like people to know is that the face of Alzheimer's, and families and caregivers supporting Alzheimer's, is changing, and it's not the 70 and 80-year-olds any longer. It's actually 40 and 50-year-olds, and we are the face of Alzheimer's as well. One of the challenges that we have with an early diagnosis and early onset at such a young age is that I'm still in the workforce, and I'm not at an age where I can retire. So that puts a different complexity on it, because every day at work I'm thinking, is he okay at home? Is he safe at home? What's happening at home? And then when you go home, you deal with whatever went on in the house that day while he was home alone. What's changed in your life?
Well, a lot of things, because I can't do the things I want to do. And I have to be in the house all the time, or out on the, where we live, and I can't go anywhere. Like I can't drive anymore. I can't do anything, and it's different. It's so different that and you don't know when it's going to get worse, as it goes on, and it's just hell. Everything is hard. When somebody walks up to you and says hello, sometimes you don't get it out, and you feel, they look at you and walk away or something like that.
The other point about people making assumptions is because so many people, every time they have a memory lapse or every time they can't remember something, they use the word Alzheimer's. So when Steve or
that's the joke now.
I actually tell people he's like this because he has Alzheimer's, frequently they laugh because they think we're making a joke as well, because so many people use that term now as commonplace everyday language for memory lapse, slipses, forgetfulness, those kind of things. So I guess my other message would be I'd like for people in society not to use that in those terms, because then when we do say, he needs help because he has Alzheimer's, it becomes more of a serious matter, and we're taken more seriously than currently, where we've frequently had people that have laughed when we've said that because they think we are making a joke as well.
Yeah.
We went to an education session on early Alzheimer's, and we did a brain fitness pilot project that the Alzheimer's Society was putting on a couple of years ago for exercise.
That's the thing. That's the thing. If you're off your feet all the time, it's not gonna, you're gonna die, because you have everything has to work. And if you don't have a dog, get a dog, because they're so good. They know how to come back if you don't. It's a good thing.
We put a team in last year. We had a team of 19 of us went for a walk, and we actually made it personal because we put little lanyards on our back, little plaques on our back that said, "We walk in memory of," and everybody could name either Steve or somebody in their family who has been affected by Alzheimer's or another dementia, and so it made it more personal for the people that were walking, as they could name the people that they were walking in memory of. So.
Oh, it makes you feel good because there's other people there, and that's the big thing, and at first I wanted to stay in the house all the time
Yeah.
because I was scared. I hate to say it, but it scares you.
Yeah.
And then gradually you think it's going to be right now, but it's not. It takes a while for you to get in your brain to say, you have this, and it's not going to go away, and it's going to get worse. And you just gotta every day get up and say, this is a good day, and that's it. The guy kept going back and back and back, and why me, and why was my father because he has the same thing, and and I blamed everybody. But then you got to think, well, I'm not the only one, and there's a lot of people behind me, and there's a lot of people in front of me, so you just got to keep going. But you can't go home and say, I'm not going to go anymore, because if you do, you're going to lose a lot if you do.
The picture and the face of Alzheimer's disease is a face that could be your neighbor, could be your brother, could be yourselves in the future, and it doesn't necessarily need to be when you're 70 or 80 or 90. That this picture here is the face of Alzheimer's disease as well.